Hi, James. I just want to give you a little feedback for Unit 8, the work that you turned in, and I'm going to start here with the round objects and building up mark making and value. So this first round object study, it is a good start, but think about how you can be more expressive with your marks. How can you build up the layers of those marks more expressively? And also consider drawing large, okay? Sometimes what happens when we get into doing value is we still want to just focus solely on line. And with this, you are focusing on line, but you're using it as a method to build up value, okay? So draw it large, and that will allow you to get all of the values that are needed for the shape to look volumetric. It's starting to here, but you don't need to be as careful with your lines. So with the drawing of the three objects, I like how this one pushed back in space, but these are so heavy, like with darker values, that this needs to just have a little bit more information back there. But I see how you're using cross contours to suggest the surface, and you've got a highlight here. But if I look at this, I can see that there's a shadow here, so it should actually be lighter over here even more so, okay? So again, be more expressive with those lines. And think about when you set up the composition, when you're sketching out these shapes, draw them larger. Think about how they can break this frame. What if this apple was over here and it broke the frame? That's going to activate your ground space more because you're breaking it up by including more of the positive space. So keep those things in mind moving forward. With the boot drawings, you picked a really fun pair of boots to use for this drawing. But one of the things that I want you to think about is when you do the extended angle gesture is I want you to think about how you can use this to kind of map out your composition, okay, to make it larger, to make those shapes of those boots larger. So this no longer becomes just background space, okay? And then when you transition into the drawing, you're going to now round out the edges. So using the extended angles, we're only in a means of actually just trying to map out very quickly the shoes, okay? Then go in and round out those edges for that drawing. So keep that in mind. You are building up more value here, which is nice, but think about how you can draw large, and also don't forget about those cast shadows. You have a lot of colors in your boots here, right? Don't forget about these cast shadows. And because there's so many colors, it may be hard to see where are these values, right? Because we have all these different colors involved. So the values are right here. And then, I'm sorry, those are the tints. These are the highlighted areas, so forth. It may be worth taking this photo and putting it into black and white mode or mono mode, just so that you can see where is the light hitting. So you almost, and I can tell it's coming from up here. So you almost have to know that it's coming from up here and where it would naturally hit the shoes to help you kind of accurately portray that. So there are a few things to keep in mind while you are working, but the biggest thing I want you to focus on is to continue to focus on drawing large.